Hello, and welcome once again to the Divine Radiance podcast. I am your host, Divine Radiance, and I'm so happy that you have decided to join me on today. Welcome, welcome, welcome to new listeners, and welcome back to Divine Radiance family. It is always a pleasure and an honor to be before you to share divine wisdom. So I hope that you have had an amazing week as we get ready to step into the new week. I am so delighted and grateful that you keep tuning in because you don't have to, but you choose to be here with me. And I don't take that for granted. So, I want to take a minute to check in with you and see how you have been doing because I understand life has been life, and for a lot of us, life has been hitting us left and right. It seems like pressure has just been turning up and up and up. Everywhere we turn, there is something. We think we're good, we think we're making it, and then boom, something knocks us. And life is just life and right now. So I want to take a moment to encourage you that if you feel that things are tough right now, if things have been extremely hard for you, it is okay for you to acknowledge that. It is okay for you to recognize that, you know what? I need a moment. I need to take some time. I need some breathing room because life is life and right now. And right now, I don't see my way out. Sometimes we are taught to believe that recognizing that we don't have all the tools and everything that we need in that moment is weakness because we don't want to be vulnerable enough to recognize that I'm weak in this area because we're taught that weakness means you're less than. But I'm here to tell you that recognizing your weakness only allows the divine to step in and give you extra strength. When you seem like you got it all together, you can't get help because you got it all together. But when you are honest and transparent with yourself, and then you can be honest and transparent with other people, and you can receive the help that you want. And oftentimes, that help is not outside of yourself, that help comes from within. That help comes from within, and that inner guidance and that intuition leading and guiding you. You've been led on where to go, when to go, and then you'll start to meet the right people who will help you through your situation and your circumstances. So I want you to take a moment and recognize that, you know what, life is hard, life is life, and I don't have it all. And because I don't have it all, let me tune into the person who does, who can give me access to everything that I need to get through this. Because it ain't your friends. Your friends don't have the answers. We talked about not taking somebody else's GPS. Your friends don't have the answers. Your parents don't have the answers. Your teachers don't have the answers. Family members don't have the answers. Relationship partners, romantic partners don't have the answers. The answers lie within you, within yourself, and within the divine. And so sometimes in those weak moments, it is for you to disconnect from the world, disconnect from everybody else so you can tune in, listen, get guidance, and then you'll be able to move forward. You being weak does not mean that you are less than. It is okay to feel your feelings. I think that sometimes we're taught not to feel our feelings. It is okay. It is okay to be mad at the divine. It is okay to be frustrated at the divine. It is okay to say, God, I'm mad because everything that you promised me ain't coming true. It is okay to say that. It is also okay to say to the divine, I don't feel I feel this way. I don't feel like you're showing up for me. Whatever you're feeling, it is okay to be honest and transparent. Because guess what? We do that with the other relationships that we have. So why do we feel like we have to sugarcoat? And why do we feel like we have to hide our true feelings? We've even been taught to not question God and not question the divine, which is also not true. How do you gain answers when you don't ask questions. It is okay to express your feelings. Don't numb your feelings. Don't act like your feelings does not exist, because they exist. And when you truly dive into your feelings and peel back the layers, that's when you get to the true answers that you're looking for. But some of us, we run away from our feelings because we don't want to feel. And because we don't want to feel, we avoid it. And avoidance doesn't mean that it goes away, it's just pushed into the shadow. And then your shadow continues to grow and grow and grow. So, most of us, we are not a whole person because parts of us are in our shadow. We've been pushing bits and pieces of ourselves into our shadows our whole life because we've been too uncomfortable to deal with it. You're too uncomfortable to deal with the fact that you're still upset with your mom for abandonment. You're still upset with your father for abandonment. You're still upset with your relationship partner for hurting you. Whatever feelings that you have decided not to deal with because you've pushed into the shadow, it is harming and hurting you. And we have to dig through these feelings because it's showing up in how we are now. Some of us think that we're okay, but we're not okay. We're hurting. And if we really were honest with ourselves, we would recognize that we are some hurtful people walking around because we're still carrying pain. We're still carrying hurt from people. And honesty is how you begin to heal. So life is life, and absolutely. But what about your emotions? What about your emotions? When is the last time you really sat with yourself to ask yourself, how are you feeling emotionally? Because we stuff our feelings all the time. And then most of us, we stuff them until we have an emotional explosion. We put everything into that shadow. We put everything into a box. And then somebody comes and opens that Pandora's box. So healing doesn't mean that I'm only working on my physical health, but it means I'm working on my mental health, I'm working on my emotional health, I'm working on my spiritual health. It is all around. We are well rounded to be a well rounded person. So I need you to take a survey, an inventory of your emotions. Are you honest with yourself about how you feel about the current state of your life? Are you honest with the divine about how you feel about the current state of your life? Because the honesty is what's going to get you to correct what's not right. Honesty is important. If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anybody else. And you can't expect for people to be honest with you when you're not even honest with yourself. So, this is an emotional check. I need you to check your emotions. I need you to check where you are. Who's hurt you? Have you forgiven those who's hurt you? Because some of us, we're walking around and we can't go far in life because we have so much emotional baggage wrapped around our ankles that's weighing us down. We're walking in unforgiveness. We're walking in emotional traumas that we haven't released. And the way that we are in one area is the same way we show up in all areas of our lives. Have you ever asked yourself why something triggered you so badly? And where does that come from? So last week we self-checked and we talked about the ego, but this week we're doing an emotional self-check. Asking you, how do you really feel about the current state of your life? When you thought about yourself growing up, where did you envision your life would be right now? Are you there? And if you're not there, what's keeping you from getting there? What do you need to release from your past in order to freely move forward? What is holding you back from your past? Is it unforgiveness? Is it resentment because you're disappointed in yourself for choices that you made that you can't change? What's holding you back from living the life that you were born and created to live? Because it's time to release the emotional baggage. Elevation requires separation. You can't go up unless you release whatever is not meant to go where you're going. Releasing people, releasing thoughts, releasing ideas, releasing emotions. Parting ways with emotional wounds that you're carrying. So I need you to take some time this week and reflect. What are your top 3 emotions that you tend to experience? Some of us, all we know how to say is, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay. But how do you really feel? And who can you be honest with about your emotions? Because you can't be good, okay, and fine all the time. And if you can't talk to me about it, you can talk to your friends about it. Can you talk to the divine about your emotions? Can you just come boldly and say, you know what? Today I'm not feeling it. Today I'm in my feelings about my past. I'm holding on to my past and it's tearing me down emotionally. Because it's time to be honest with ourselves. That's why so many people in this world lack emotional intelligence. We can't tune into anybody else's feelings because we haven't tapped into our own feelings. And this is important for any relationship, to be able to assess your own feelings and emotions, sort through them and process them so you're not putting that expectation on your partner. Most of us think that our needs are meant to be fulfilled by someone else, but your needs are your responsibility. Your emotional needs are your responsibility, not your partner's. They're not here for you to dump on them. They're not here for you to burden them with your emotions. It is your responsibility. So it is time that you stop with yourself, you sort through your emotions, figure out, what do you need? What do you need to release from your past so that you can be light emotionally? Because some of us are very heavy emotionally and it's keeping us bound. So, emotional check this week. Check your emotions and figure out what you need to release because it's holding you back. No more emotional baggage. It's time to cut it off so you can live the life that you've been called and created to live. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Your reflection might be something that opens someone up to a whole new perspective. It can be the eye-opening, shifting perspective that someone needs. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. As always, may you walk in radiant love, anchored, awakened, and freed. Shalom.